Once upon a time, I remember a fisherman named Omar, who lived by the sea. A worthy man who struggled to catch enough fish to feed his family. Every day, he would cast his net with hope, but good fortune seldom favored him. One fateful afternoon, as he pulled in his net, he felt an unexpected weight dragging beneath the waves. With great effort, he pulled up a heavy, barnacle-encrusted bottle, its glass darkened by time and its seal wrapped in ancient gold filigree. Omar's heart pounded. Could this be treasure? He carefully wiped away the grime and pried open the cork. Suddenly, the sea air filled with a deep, rumbling voice that echoed like thunder. Free at last! A great plume of shimmering blue smoke burst from the bottle, swirling into the form of an enormous, unreal figure. Standing before Omar was a genie unlike any he had ever imagined. The being towered over him, his body composed of shifting mist and shimmering stars, like a piece of the night sky itself. His eyes glowed with golden fire, and his deep blue skin bore swirling tattoos of forgotten magic. A shapeshifter genie, old and wise. The genie grinned, stretching his arms as though shaking off centuries of stiffness.
Mortal, you have released me from my confinement, and as a reward, you may have 3 wishes.
Omar, stunned but not foolish enough to refuse such an offer, hesitated briefly before speaking his first wish. I wish for a full basket of the freshest fish, enough to feed my village for a year. The genie clapped his hands, and with a flash of light, a large basket appeared at Omar's feet, overflowing with fish. The fisherman returned to his home a hero that night, sharing his bounty with his people, who rejoiced at the unexpected feast. For his second wish, Omar, tired of being broke and having nothing, thought of his struggles. I wish for a life of comfort and ease, he declared. The genie smirked, as if he had heard this wish 1,000 times before, and with another snap of his fingers, Omar's world transformed. His modest home expanded into a grand mansion with towering marble pillars. His worn-out fishing net became a magical rod that, with a single cast, could summon the finest fish from the depths of the sea. His worn-out clothes turned into luxurious, finest gentleman's clothing. At first, Omar reveled in his new life, basking in the luxury he had never known. But as the months passed, something felt off. The thrill of the sea, the camaraderie of his fellow fishermen, the satisfaction of a hard day's work. His wealth set him apart from his people, and though they admired him, he felt more alone than ever. One evening, as he wandered his opulent halls, his gaze fell upon the ancient bottle he had kept. A thought stirred within him, and with resolve, he summoned the genie for the final time. For my last wish, Omar said, I want my old life back. My simple hut, my fishing net, and the sea breeze on my face. The genie, who had remained silent, now smiled, a knowing, almost proud smile.
You are wiser than most, fisherman. Your heart has seen what many fail to understand.
With a wave of his hand, Omar's mansion faded. His fine clothes vanished, and his magic rod became the simple net he had always known. As he stood once more on the shore, the genie's form began to slowly fade into mist. Before he disappeared, Omar called out, Wait, how did you end up in that bottle anyways? The genie's glowing eyes dimmed for a brief moment, as if recalling a long-buried memory.
I was once like you, a man who sought endless wealth and power, thinking it would bring me happiness. But greed led me to make a deal with a sorcerer who promised me more than I could ever imagine. I didn't see the trap until it was too late. My riches turned to chains, my power became my prison, and I was sealed away, doomed to grant wishes until a mortal proved wiser than I. You, Omar, are the one to release me from this prison.
Omar yells out, And now? The genie gave him one last smile, one of peace.
Now I am free.
With that, he dissolved into the wind, carried away like grains of sand. Omar kept the bottle, not as a vessel for magic, but as a reminder of the day he met a genie. Not just a mystical being, but a teacher who had shown him the true meaning of contentment. And so, he continued to fish. But now, he cherished each catch, each sunrise, and each shared meal, knowing that true wealth lay not in gold, but in the simple joys of life.